Hi, Wagler Barrett here, Xplane Dedicated. Somebody asked me a little while ago what was my favourite aircraft in Xplane, and I really couldn't give him an answer because there are so many, but I tried to make a list. And so I'm going to go through this list. I'm not going to do any kind of reviews of the aircraft. I'm just going to go through the list because I've done videos on virtually all of these aircraft that I'm going to mention. This is my essential list of aircraft for Xplane 11 and Xplane 12 when it comes out. This is only my personal opinion. In my personal opinion, these are the best aircraft to get. Okay? See you in a moment. First on the list, but in no particular order, is of course the Take Command IXEG 737 Classic from X Aviation. This is Vulcan ready, of course, and this aircraft, when it came out, it's a good few years old now. I can't remember exactly how old it is. Maybe something like 4 or 5, maybe even, well, let's say 5 years old minimum, but I think it's older than that. This aircraft, when it came out, was absolutely the top of the range. I mean, it absolutely fantastic. Everything about it, it's just perfect. The sound, the implementation of the systems, it is so good. It is absolutely unbelievable. Okay, it's a little bit expensive, as all of the aircraft are, but this is just absolutely perfect. Even now, today, it still holds up there amongst some of the others, okay? So the team behind the IXEG, it consists of some real world pilots and some really experienced, skilled developers. And I think they spent something like 6 years in development for this aircraft. It's got an extremely detailed 3D cockpit, 3D sound engine, accurately programmed systems and displays. There's over 20 liveries. Actually, there's more than that now because you can get countless liveries off the internet, off the org, etc. I mean, just look at some of the pictures here. Absolutely beautiful. One of the most outstanding aircraft in its class on Xplane 10 and now, of course, Xplane 11, and it will work in Xplane 12. $74.95. As I say, slightly expensive, but perfect. Next on my list, and in no particular order, I say, no particular order at all, the tallest Airbus A340-600. Now, this aircraft I simply love. I fly this quite a lot. In fact, I'm flying this more than some of my Boeing aircraft at the moment. £67.50. Once again, going towards the top ends in terms of cost, but what you get with this aircraft is phenomenal. System features include something like 3 independent MCDUs, SIDSTAR and Airways supporting, fully custom backbone supporting, support for all approach types present in real life. So you've got GLS, LS, ILS localizer, back course, full VNAV guidance, altitude and speed constraints as the real aircraft. Absolutely phenomenal. I love this aircraft. The level of detail in terms of systems is just absolutely stupendous. 4 independent engine systems. When you start up this aircraft, you are starting up a 4-engined aircraft with systems to match. Some of the detail on it is absolutely superb. Some of the best 3D modelling around. Airbus A340-600, way up there. You can get it from xplane.org, as you can see here. And next on my list is the Flight Factor 757. Now, the Flight Factor 757, it is showing its age a little bit now, but only in so much as that it's old. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's absolutely perfect in almost every way. $72. Once again, in that higher bracket above the $50 mark, so it's up there. But absolutely stunning. It's now VR compatible. It's had a recent update. Flight model is completely accurate. Fully functional professional FMS and EFIS system. Custom cockpit interaction system through the iPad inside the aircraft. Flexible options of flexible architecture. Interactive checklist procedures and auto helper. Custom systems and failure model. Warning systems and radars. 3D modeling, special effects, custom sounds. Once again, this, of all of the aircraft that we're doing, I mean, all of these aircraft belong in the top echelon. They belong at the top. You can't. There's no way that I can rank them. I can't say this is first, this is second, this is third, fourth, fifth, whatever. They're all in the top, including the most incredible Zebo mod, which is a modification of the Xplane 11 default 737-800. Okay, so this is a modification of the default 737-800 in Xplane 11. And as a friend of mine says, who's recently converted to Xplane, he cannot believe how good this is. You know, as far as he's concerned, it is better than the PMDG 737 NGXU. Absolutely phenomenal aircraft. It's updated several times a day. Over the weekend, it was updated I don't know how many times. For those of you who fly GA, and I fly GA occasionally, VFR, this is the aircraft for me. It's the Airfoil Lab Cessna 172. I love this aircraft. For general aviation, it's absolutely perfect. It's got everything you want in this. There's so many different interactive screens with this. You know, you can manage your engine, make sure everything's okay. I mean, those are some screenshots of a bird strike, so you can actually have bird strikes in it. You can manage your engines, you can manage every part of the aircraft, you can do maintenance on every part of the aircraft, and as you fly it, the more you fly it, the more maintenance it requires, so to speak, as wear and tear takes place. Airfoil Labs have just brought out a new Cessna 172, which is the glass one, NG, absolutely perfect. But for me, I just simply love this one. It's good, it's robust, it just flies well. You can put passengers in, of course, when you put passengers in, the weight of the passengers affects how the aircraft handles. Superb. This is actually now on offer at the moment, $24.95 from Xplane.org. So that's a bargain, if you would tell me. I think that's a real bargain. So $24.95. Going back to Tolis, the A319. Tolis, I've got all of their aircraft on this list, I have to say. What can I say? The A319, $79, absolutely, once again, in the very top echelon of aircraft. I couldn't rank them. I don't know of anybody else who could rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. But these aircraft, they're right in the top. As far as I'm concerned, they're in the top. Let's say they're in the top 3% of aircraft for Xplane. The A319, like the A340 and the A321, perfection. $79 from Xplane.org. It's got everything you need. If you're short haul, this is the aircraft for you. Now, if you're long haul, British Airways, Boeing 747-200 Classic, or sorry, is it the 200 or 400? I can never remember. This is from Felis, and I love this aircraft. I don't fly it enough, but it is absolutely stunning. You know, you've got an engineer station, pilot and co-pilot, and to start this aircraft up, you go through the engineer station. The 747-200 Classic, $70 from Xplane.org. Absolutely top of the range. Perfection, in my view. Once again, accurate systems, detailed modelling, electronic flight bag, fully custom Delco Carousel IVA inertial navigation system if you want to use that, or you can use an FMS. It's got an auto updater. It's once again in that very top tier of aircraft for Xplane 11, and all of these aircraft, I think all of them are going to work in Xplane 12. And now, one of the aircraft that has come out just quite recently, the FlyJSim Q4XP, and as it says, it's a next generation experience. It's $79.95. I think I worked out the total cost of all of these aircraft, and I think it was close to $500 if you bought all of these aircraft in one go. I think it was $498. Not forgetting, of course, that the Zebo is free, so we don't need to worry about that, do we? But the Q4XP, this is superb. Once again, perfectly modelled. I know that FlyJSim, they spent an awful long time on this. I did say how long when I did a review. I think it was something like 4 years. I remember watching some of Jack's videos when he was actually working on the aircraft. He used to stream his work, and the level of detail in terms of building this as a developer is phenomenal. Absolutely incredible stuff. Beautiful aircraft to fly, a little bit tricky, but wonderful. And then the Airbus A321 from Tolis, you knew it was going to be in there. Here it is. Absolutely, I mean, look at that. Now, the rain effects that you see there, they're using OpenGL. So if you want to see the rain effects like that, you've got to use OpenGL. Unfortunately, the rain effects don't work in Vulkan. So if you want to see that kind of rain effect that you can see there, you got to fly in OpenGL. And if your system can handle it, and still give you the frame rates in OpenGL, then why not? And then you have that wonderful rain effect. But this aircraft, like the A319 and the A340, absolutely sublime. $79. Detailed FMGS, top-notch aircraft systems, eye and ear candy, which I really agree with. The sounds in it are absolutely superb, especially when you hear the PTU barking as you fire up the engines, get the engines started. Absolutely wonderful aircraft. I love all of the Tolis aircraft. We wonder if they're going to do anything else. Are they going to do like a 330 or something? So there's my list, not in any particular order. Hope you've enjoyed it. That's my essential list of aircraft for Xplane 11 and 12.